Hello, welcome to the Polo Grounds in New York City. Today we'll be playing the second game of the 1905 season, the New York Giants schedule. The New York Giants will be taking on the Boston Beaneaters again. In game one, the Giants defeated the Beaneaters 8-2 behind a complete game by Christy Mathewson. Today we're going to be featuring a matchup between Joe McGinnity for the New York Giants, who's also a 20 game winner, and Vic Willis for the Beaneaters. So let's get started. So welcome to the Polo Grounds for today's game between Boston and New York. Vic Willis starts for Boston. He'll be making his first start of the year. He'll be opposed by Joe McGinnity from New York. He's also making his first start. 60 degrees, wind speed 8 miles per hour, out to right center field.
Play ball!
All right. So here's the lineup for the visiting Boston Beaneaters. Batting first and playing shortstop, Ed Abatericio. He collected 2 hits yesterday. He's 2 for 4 on the season. The batting second and playing first base would be first baseman Fred Tennehy. He was 1 for 4 yesterday. Batting third and playing left field will be Ed Delahanty. He's 0 for 3 yesterday. Hitting cleanup will be the center fielder, Rip Cannell. He was 1 for 4. Batting fifth and playing third base will be Harry Wolverton. He was also 1 for 4. Batting sixth and catching will be Tom Needham. He was 1 for 3. Batting seventh and playing second base, Fred Raymer, also 1 for 3. Batting eighth and playing right field will be Bud Sharp. He was hitless in 3 at-bats. And pitching and batting ninth will be Vic Ellis. For the Giants, on the mound will be Joe McGinnity. In the real season, he's making his first start of the year. In the real season, he was 21-15, the 2.87 ERA, 320 innings pitched, 289 hits, allowed 6 home runs, 71 walks, and 125 strikeouts. Opponents hit 240 off of him. So batting first will be the shortstop, Aparicio. He hit 279 with 3 homers and 41 RBIs. Ginty looks in for the sign. Here's the windup and the pitch. And it's a fly ball to right field. Brown's under it, and he makes the catch, the first out. So 1 up, 1 down. Next up will be Fred Tennehy, the player manager for the Beaneaters. He's a 288 hitter, no homers, and 28 RBIs. Here's the pitch. On the fly ball to right field. And Brown settles under it and makes his second catch of the inning. Stepping into the box would be Ed Delahanty. He's a .258 hitter, 5 homers, and 55 RBIs. McGinnity looks in for the sign. Comes set. Here's the pitch. And he pops it up to the first baseman. And he makes the catch to retire the side. So 3 up, 3 down for the Beaneaters. He'll be the lineup for your New York Giants. Batting first and playing center field will be the left-handed hitting Mike Donlin. He finished, I believe, 3rd in the league with a .356 average, 7 homers and 80 RBIs. He was 2 for 5 in yesterday's game. Next up will be Sam Mertes. He's a .279 hitter with 5 homers and 108 RBIs. He was 0 for 4 yesterday. Next, batting third will be the catcher, Roger Bresnahan. He's a .302 hitter with, no home runs and 46 RBIs. He was 1 for 3 with the runs scored yesterday. Batting fourth and playing first base will be the switch hitting Dan McGann. He had an awesome day yesterday. He was 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs. He's a .299 hitter with 5 homers and 75 RBIs on the regular season. Batting fifth and playing right field, the left-handed hitting George Brown. He was 1 for 4 yesterday. He's a .293 hitter with 4 homers and 43 RBIs. Batting right and playing third base will be the third baseman. Obviously, he's playing third base. Art Devlin. He was 2 for 4 with 2 runs batted in yesterday. He's a .246 hitter with 2 homers and 61 RBIs. Batting seventh will be the shortstop, Bill Dalen. He was 1 for 4 yesterday, also with 2 RBIs. He's a .242 hitter in the regular season with 7 homers and 81 RBIs. And batting eighth and playing second base, Billy Gilbert. He did not play yesterday. And he's a .247 hitter with no homers and 45 runs batted in. And batting ninth and pitching will be Joe McGinnity. He did pitch yesterday. He pitched for 1 inning, faced 3 batters, allowed no hits, and he is a, let's see, let me find his batting stats here. Bear with me. Here we go. He's a .233 hitter with no homers and 11 RBIs. So decent hitting pitcher, at least by today's standards. Alrighty. So up first will be Donlin. He'll be facing Willis, Vic Willis, was 12 and 29 on the season. ERA of 3.21. 342 innings pitched, 340 hits, 7 home runs allowed, 107 walks, 149 Ks, and opponents hit .260 out. Here's the pitch. Donlin's on board with a leadoff opposite field single. So the first hit of the day goes to the Giants. Next up will be Sam Mertes. Hits at the center. Cannell moves to his left, to his right, and makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Next up will be the catcher, Roger Bresnahan. He was 1 for 3 yesterday. 1 out and a runner on first. And he hits the straightaway center. Cannell barely has to move. Second out of the inning. Next up is Dan McGann, first baseman, switching first baseman. He had a fine day yesterday, as we said earlier, with 3 hits and 4 at bats, and 2 runs batted in. Here's the pitch. Cannell moves over to his right, and he makes the catch. So Cannell makes all 3 putouts that inning, and he retires the side. So we head to the top of the second. Still no score. So to face McGinnity will be Cannell himself, followed by Wolverton and Needham. And if anybody gets on, Raymer, the second baseman. McGinnity looks in for the sign, winds up in the pitch, and it's a base hit. Going to stretch into a double, and he's safe. So Cannell's on. Not only does he make all 3 catches last inning, but he leads off the very next inning with a double. So the Beaneaters are in business here with no outs and a runner in scoring position. Harry Wolverton comes to the plate here. He was 1 for 4 yesterday with a couple of ribbies. See if we can knock him in. Ginty gets the sign. Looks over to the runner. Wind up in the pitch. And he hits out to right field here. And it looks like it's going to go back up against the wall. And Cannell comes around the score, and he's going to stretch into a triple. And, oh, he's going to go all the way. And another inside the park home run. So it's the second inside the park home run in as many days. Which was a lot more common back then than it was now. In fact, a lot of the home runs that you see in the stats are probably inside the Parkers a lot of the time. So that was a 3. Actually, that one looks like it was a home run anyway. Let's look at the stats here. It kind of looked like it was off the wall from here, but it just may be the actual field itself here. Let's check our ballpark layout here. I guess you can't set the home run thing. Okay, let's look at the play-by-play real quickly. Come on. Let's see our reports. There we go. Play-by-play. Yeah, looks like he did hit a home run on the right field line. To me, it looked like it was off the wall, but apparently it was out of the park. So it was your average run-of-the-mill home run. So that will give the Beaneaters a 2-0 lead. Their first lead of the series so far, and of the season. So McGinnity shakes it off. Next up will be Tom Needham, the catcher. He was 1 for 3 yesterday. And he gets under it. First baseman moves over it, and McGann makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Next up will be Fred Raymer. He's 1 for 3 on the season. Shot to second. Gilbert's up with it. Over to McGann. 2 down. So we have an early score here. The New York Highlanders and Washington Senators are tied at 1 in the second inning. Sharp steps to the plate here. 2 down and nobody on. Hits it down the third. And it's like they're going to give Devlin an error on that one. He booted it. So error on Devlin, third baseman for the Giants. So the Beaneaters have a 2-out base runner here. The pitcher will be coming up now. Making his first at bat of the season. A 153 hitter with 4 RBIs. McGinnity looks in for the sign. So runner back winds up in the pitch. Foul ball down the left field line. 0-2 the count now on Willis. Here's the pitch. Shot to third. Score that a 5-3. Crew tired the side. But the Beaneaters strike first. And a 2-run homer by... Who's that on? I forgot who got that. Anyway, a 2-run homer by the Beaneaters there. Puts them on top 2-0 as we head to the bottom of the second. Right fielder Brown will bat first, followed by Devlin and Dalen. See if they can get back into this game. And it's a good start to the second here for the Giants, as Brown gets a leadoff single straight up the middle. Devlin will be up now. He was 2 for 4 yesterday with a double and 2 RBIs. Also scored a run. Willis looks in for the sign. Here's the pitch. And he hits it a long way down the line, and Sharp makes the catch. Brown heads back to first, 1 down and 1 on first. Philadelphia and Brooklyn are scoreless out in the second inning. Puts it to center. Cannell moves over to the left a little bit and makes the catch. So Cannell's been really busy so far early in this game. Just can't get one to drop in though. So 2 down and a runner on first for the second baseman, Billy Gilbert, making his first at bat of the season. 247 hitter. 24 RBIs. No homers. Here's the pitch. And he walks him. So runners on first and second now with 2 down. Now in the third at Brooklyn and Philadelphia. Still scoreless. Pitcher McGinnity will come up now. As we said before, he's a 233 hitter. No homers and 11 RBIs. See if he can help his own cause here. Grounded to short. Over to second. And that retires the side. So the Giants cannot score in the second. So we head to the top of the third. Boston up 2-0. So McGinnity will face the top of the order here in the third. Here's the pitch. And he strikes him out. That's his first strikeout on the day. Next up will be Tenney. He's 0 for 1. He flied to right his first time up. And looked like a foul ball, but made a great play on that one. Did Devlin. Did the third baseman for the Beaneaters there, Wolverton. Retired the side, so we're going to change that out. It looked like a foul ball there. Alright, so let's see if we can... I don't know if we can change those things. I think we can just change these, but... That's looking weird. It's not really fixing itself. There we go. Let's see if we can move these over a little bit here. Alright, let's try that. Alrighty. So we head to the top of the third inning. Actually, we're still in the top of the third inning. Delahanty comes up the bat now. We have another score here. The Tigers lead the Naps by a score of 3-0 in the fourth. And we'll have all the scores at the end of the third. And Delahanty steps into the box. McGinnity shakes off a sign. Nods his head. Here comes another. And he walks him. So Delahanty draws a walk with 2 outs. Canal's up now. He's 1 for 1. Doubled his first time up. And scored on the home run by, I think it was Wolverton. Don't quote me on that, though. Alright. Delahanty gets the lead. McGinnity is in for the sign. He has the windup and the pitch. And he strikes him out for the inning. So up for the Giants, still down by 2. Will be the top of the order, and Donlin, Mertes, and Bresnahan. So Donlin's 1 for 1 so far today. And he strikes out this time. Mertes steps into the box. Fly to left center, his first time. Here's the pitch. And he lines out to Canal for the second out of the inning. Bresnahan comes up now. And he's base hit up the center. So 2-out single for Bresnahan. In the game, we get a chance to hit here. Alright, Gans steps into the box. Willis gets the sign. Here's the pitch. And looks like a pop up to second. And makes the play to retire the side. So nothing doing for the Giants there in the third. So we're a third of the way through. Boston's up 2-0. Let's look at the out-of-town scoreboard here. Top of the fifth, Detroit leads Cleveland 3-0. Killian against Moore. Top of the fourth, the Senators lead the Highlanders by a score of 2-1. Orth for the New York, and Townsend for the Senators. Philadelphia and Boston are tied at 0, top of the fourth. Tannehill against Waddell. Also on the top of the fourth, Pittsburgh and Cincinnati are tied at no score, with Lever and Ewing going for Pittsburgh and Cincinnati respectively. Another scoreless game, bottom of the fifth, between Philadelphia and Brooklyn. Dougleby against Scanlon. Bottom of the first, St. Louis and Chicago. Those are the St. Louis Browns there. Tied with the Chicago White Sox. I don't know if they called the White Sox back then. Anyway, it's no score there. Glade against Outrock. And top of the first, the Chicago Cubs lead the St. Louis Cardinals by a score of 2-0. And back to the action. Alrighty. So Wolverton, Needham, and Raymer will bat here for the Beaneaters. Up by 2. McGinnity looks in the sign. Here's the pitch. He's it to right. And Brown's under and makes the catch for the first out. 1 down. Needham will be up now. He's 0 for 1. He popped his first timer. And it's a hot shot down the line. Brown quickly feeds it to second. And the Giants have a 1-out base runner here. We're not going to have him steal. Alrighty, Rayner steps into the box. He's 0 for 1. Grounded to second his first time up. We couldn't have had him steal because we are not the Beaneaters. But we can try to pick him off. Needham's back safely. Just trying to keep him honest. Alright, McGinnity looks at the sign, looks at the runner back. Here's the windup and the pitch. Over to first. Over short. Second, and back to first for the double play to end the inning. So the 3-6-3 twin killing ends the innings for the Beaneaters. The Giants will come up now, down by 2. George Brown will be up first. He singled up the middle his first time up. And for a hit. Oh, it looks like it's going to be out of here. And he's safe. So what happened on that one? That was interesting. Definitely with this ballpark and its dimensions, it looks really strange there off the bat. Let's take a look and see what happened here. Solo inside the park, homer to right. Interesting. So that cuts the Beaneater lead to 2-1 here. So Brown gets the Giants on the board. Alright. Devlin's up now. He flied deep down the right field line. His first time up. Grounded to short. Horatio flips it over to first. And Devlin is out. Next up will be Dalen. He flied to deep right center his first time up. And he walks. So a 1-out walk to Dalen. I think we might try a stolen base here possibly. Possibly a hit and run. He's got a 6 a hit and run. 8 a bunt. We're going to try a little hit and run. And he misses the pitch. And it's a steal for Dalen, who was running on the play. Alright. I got to turn off my Facebook notifications. And we'll take a moment here to do a little shout out to Fanomatic, who's having another YouTube subscriber who does Stratomatic baseball videos. Has a fine channel. Check it out at Fanomatic. Also, he'll be running a contest on his Facebook page. He'll be giving away a $50 gift certificate on March 3rd. So if you sign up and like his Facebook, sign up and become a member of his Facebook page group, then you'll receive a chance to win too. So again, that's Fanomatic on Facebook. All right, back to the action here. 2-2 to count. Dalen's now on second after the stolen base. First steal of the season for Dalen. Here's the pitch. Rounds over to third. Dalen has to stay at second. Over to first to retire Gilbert. So the pitcher McGinnity will come up now. A runner in scoring position. He's 0 for 1. He grounded to short. His first time up. Fielder's choice. And it's in there. And McGinnity comes through with a 2-out single to help his own cause. Ties up the game at 2. Detroit is leading Cleveland 6-0 in the 5th. All right, so Donlin's up now. McGinnity at first. Score all tied at 2. Donlin is 1 for 2. Single to left in the first and struck out in the 3rd. Grounded to 3rd. Up with it and over the first to retire the side. So the Giants scored 2, and after 4, all tied up at 2. Now in the 6th inning at Detroit, 6-0. All right. So Sharp will lead things off here for the Beaneaters here in the 5th. And it's a base hit. Drops in front of Brown for the hit. The pitcher Willis is up now. Expect him to be bunting here. So I'm going to bring the infield in here. Actually, we're going to bring the corners in. There we go. So McGann and Devlin are in on the grass, expecting the bunt from Willis. Here's the windup and the pitch. And it is a bunt. Pitcher field. Oh, looks like the first baseman fields it. Over to Gilbert. Successful sacrifice. So the Beaneaters have a runner in scoring position now with 1 down. Mauricio steps to the plate. He's 0 for 2. Fly to deep right in the first and struck out in the 3rd. McGinnity looks back at the runner. Winds up in the pitch. And he pops him up. See if the catcher has a play on this one. And Bresnahan makes the catch for the 2nd inning. So a big 2nd out there. So they're going to need a base hit if anybody's going to score now. So Tennehe's up now. 0 for 2. Fly to right. Ground to 3rd. Runners off with the pitch. Hit back to the box. McGinnity handles it. Score that a 3-1. And that retires the side. So the Beaneaters threaten but do not score. So we head to the bottom of the 5th. All tied up at 2. So Sam Mertes will be up first here. 0 for 2. Fly to left center and line and also line to center. So like we said, Cannell's been really busy in center field. And he'll get another play here. Okay, looks like it's a 1 hopper to him. Can't make the play. Base hit for Mertes. So Bresnahan, the catcher, will be up now. 1 for 2. Fly to center and grounded a single up the middle in the 3rd. Let's see. 35. That's a 1 for the bunt. I can't really see it because it's the chalk on the circle there is kind of covering it. But let's see. Richie's got 52 stolen bases. Might try a straight out steal here. I think we're going to try a straight out steal. Yeah. He's off with the pitch. And he's in there with his first stolen base of the season. So Mertes, who had 52 stolen bases on the season, gets his first in the replay. All right, now a runner in scoring position with nobody out for Bresnahan. Willis looks in for the sign and wind up in the pitch. And he walks him. So the cleanup hitter McGann will be up now. Like we said before, he was 3 for 4 yesterday. He's 0 for 2 today. Flied to center in the first and popped to second in the 3rd. Here's the pitch. And a solid base hit up the middle. Looks like he's going to go all the way. And he's out at the plate trying to get the inside the park home run. However, the Giants score 2 on the triple by McGann there. They get a little too greedy there, trying to score all the way and get the inside the Parker. All right, so 1 down now. George Brown will step to the plate. Line a single up the middle in the second, and hit a solo inside the park home run to right in the 4th to give Boston a 2-1 lead at to cut the lead, Beaneaters lead in half at the time. So since then, the Beaneaters have put up 3 and now have a 4-2 lead. So Willis looks into the sign. Here's the pitch. And it's a base hit past the third baseman. So that's the 8th hit for the Giants now. The Giants' bats have come alive in the last 2 innings here. Art Devlin steps to the plate now, fly deep down the right field line in the second, and ground to short in the 4th. We're 2 for 2 on this runner, so we're going to try another steal here. He's off on the pitch, and this time he's out. So Needham throws him out for the second out of the inning. So no runners on with 2 outs now. And an 0-1 count on Devlin. Flies to right, and makes the catch for the final out of the inning. It's now in the 7th inning. Detroit still leads Cleveland 6-0. And here the Giants lead the Beaneaters 4-2. Delahanty's up now. He's 0 for 1. Popped to first in the 1st and walked in the 3rd. Like McGinnity has settled down. He's pitched 3 scoreless innings since lining up 2 runs in the 2nd. And he pops it up. Devlin's under and makes the catch for the 1st out. Rip Cannell's up now. Doubled in the 2nd and struck out in the 3rd. And it's over the head of the second baseman for a 1-out single. In the 3rd inning, Chicago leads St. Louis 3-0. Not sure if that's the National League score or the American League score. Can't remember since both Chicagos are playing St. Louis's. Back then, a lot of teams had two teams. Boston had 2 teams. Chicago, well, they still have 2 teams now. St. Louis had 2 teams. A lot of people don't like to remember the Browns there. They weren't too successful, but they did have 2 teams. Philadelphia had 2 teams. And of course, Boston had 2 teams. Technically, New York had 2 teams, Brooklyn and the Giants. And let me see here. I want to say there was at least another team that had another city that had 2 teams in it. I think that might be at the time, in 1905 anyway. Alrighty, let's get back to the game. So Wolverton's up now. We have a runner on first and 1 out. Down by 2. He represents the tying run. McGinnity looks in for the sign. Looks the runner back. Throws over to first. And he's back safely. Here's the pitch. And he loses him. That's McGinty's 2nd walk on the day. Puts runners at first and second with 1 out. Needham will bat now. Pop to first in the second and line a single between first and second in the fourth. One down. And looks like a pop up to shortstop. Galing's under it and makes the catch. Runners have to hold. So 2 outs now, and Raymer steps to the plate. 0 for 2. Grounded the second in the second, and grounded the first in the fourth. Runners are off. Galing's over to McGann. And that retires the side. So the Beaneaters can do nothing to cut into the lead. So it's still 4 to 2 going to the bottom of the sixth. Dalen Gilbert and the McGinnity will be up for the Giants here in the bottom of the sixth. And it's a deep fly. Sharp makes the catch for the first down. 1 up, 1 down here in the bottom of the sixth. Second baseman Gilbert's up now. He walked in the second. He grounded the third and the fourth. And he walks again. So 1 out walk. 1 out base runner for the Giants here. Hoping to add to the lead. We might try a little. Keep up his speed there. 5. Yeah. Just kind of hit away. McGinnity steps to the plate. 1 for 2. Grounded to short in the second. Single to left in the fourth. And he hits it to straightaway center. Cannell doesn't even have to move. Had him played perfectly. So 2 down. The runner on first for Donlin. 1 for 3. Single left in the first. Grounded. Struck out in the third. And grounded the third in the fourth. I'll hit the second over to first. 2. Whoa. Oh, nothing across. So after 6 complete, the hometown Giants lead the visiting Beaneaters 4 to 2. Let's look at the scores here around the league. Detroit is holding on to as a 6-0 lead, now in the top of the 8th. Senators still lead the Highlanders 2 to 1 in the bottom of the 6th. Boston leads Philadelphia 1 to 0, top of the 7th. Pittsburgh and Cincinnati are knotted at 1, top of the 7th. Philadelphia and Brooklyn are also tied at 1, top of the 8th. Chicago leads St. Louis. Those are the Chicago White Sox and the St. Louis Browns there. 1 to 0 in the bottom of the 4th. And finally, at the top of the 4th, the Chicago Cubs lead the St. Louis Cardinals 3 to 0. So those are your scores from around the league. Alrighty. So we head to the top of the 7th here. Sharp, Willis, and Eberici up for the Beaneaters. Ground ball in the third. Again, runs up with it. And Sharp is retired. Let's see here. What to do. Should we leave? No, we can't. That's not for us to choose. I keep thinking, I'm used to playing both teams so much, but this Willis, they're not going to pinch hit for Willis here. He's going to stay in the game. McGinty's 81 pitches, so his pitch count is good. Pitching a fine game so far. And he strikes him out for the second out of the inning. So Abericio's up now. He's 0 for 3. And he skies it. McGann's under it. And he makes the catch to retire the side. So 3 up, 3 down for the Beaneaters there at the top of the 7th. We get into the bottom of the 7th. Giants up by 2. Alrighty, so Willis is up to 100 pitches there. Murphy's is 1 for 3. Here's the pitch. And he walks it. So Murphy's is on first here. I think he had a stolen base earlier. Yeah. Gonna try the hit and run again. Willis looks for the sign. Winds up in the pitch. Oh, so they're gonna keep him close now. Try it one more time. He's off with the pitch. And it's a ground ball through the infield. So past the third baseman into left field. Merte's motors around. And the runner's at the corners now with nobody out. Can we try a squeeze here? I think we might try a squeeze. He's a good bunter, an 8. So I think we're going to try a squeeze here. Let's see what happens. Runner is Wolverton. He's a 5. You may not expect it with him being a 5 runner there, but we're going to try that. We're going to try a squeeze here. I know it was used quite more often back then, I believe. So we're going to try it again. We're going to call for a squeeze, see what happens. So McGann squares around. Here's the pitch. Safety squeeze or suicide squeeze? Trying to remember the difference between the two there. I think safety squeeze, the runner doesn't run, but we're going to go with the suicide squeeze. I believe that's the difference, is that the suicide squeeze is the runner gives himself up at third. So I'm going to go with the suicide squeeze. We're going to go all the way here. Here it is. And a successful suicide squeeze. So I think it is. Let's see what they're doing over there. So let's see here. Yeah, Bresnahan moves up to second. Marte scores. And this Giants have their 5th run of the day. So now a 3-run lead now. So Brown's up now. He's a perfect 3 for 3 on the day. Two singles and a home run. Inside the park home run, too. So let's see if Brown can knock Bresnahan in and keep his perfect day going. Here's the pitch. And he lines the first to Tenney to and his perfect day is done. But he's still got 3 hits on the day, so it's still a fine day. Alright. Devlin comes up, third baseman. He's 0 for 3, still looking for his first hit of the day. And it's a base hit. And Bresnahan comes around from second to score the 6th run. So a 4-run lead now for the Giants. Have scored 2 here in the 7th. Looks like they're still keeping Devlin in there. I mean, Willis in. It's a deep fly. Cannell covers a lot of ground and makes the catch for the 3rd out, but not before the Giants score 2 more and take a 6-2 lead now going into the top of the 8th. McGinty's pitch count is good, 87. We're going to keep him in. Then he steps to the plate, 0 for 3. And leadoff walk here. So there's 4 straight pitches there. Alright. Bresnahan goes up and talks to McGinnity. Shakes his head. Looks like he's fine. Delahanty comes up. He's 0 for 2. And another walk here. So here comes the manager, John McGraw. They're going to get some action going in the bullpen here. Yeah, so Claude Elliott is going to start throwing here, warming up. Oops, I didn't put the bullpen rule. So we're going to set the bullpen rule. No, I'm not going to put the outcome box. Oh, there we go. Warm-up roll there. Okay. Pitcher fatigue. Yeah, since we're using an as-played lineup, we're not going to use that. We might keep that just in case. That might be coming handy occasionally. It might come in handy if we do multiple seasons. Alright, so let's save it here. So let's get the pitcher warming up here. And let's go visit the mound here and see how he's doing. Seems like he's strong. Okay. Alrighty, so Canellis steps in the plate. He's 2 for 3. Runners on first and second. Nobody on. Elliott warming in the bullpen. Here's the pitch. Fly ball to right. And Brown's under it, makes the catch for the first out. Runners go back to their bases. We're going to keep McGinnity in again. Face Wolverton. And it's up to fly ball to Brown again. And he makes his second catch of the inning. So, one more batter and they'll be out of it. And it looks like Brown's going to make all 3 outs here. So again, the Beaneaters threaten but do not score. So we head to the bottom of the 8th. Giants up by 4. Willis is still in the game here for the Beaneaters. I just like saying that name, Beaneaters. Ground ball to second. And goes up with it. Over 10. 1 down. Let's see here. Do we pinch hit here? Let's see. I think we might pitch 8 innings. Let me see if you can figure out how many complete games he had. Nah, I think we're going to let McGinnity hit for himself here. See if we get another complete game. And he flies out the sharp for the second out. So Donlin's up now. 1 for 4. And he walks. Loki is up now. Fly ball to left. And he retires aside. So McGinnity is strong here. Let pitch to Rayner here. Ground ball to second. And first. 1 down. So the Beaneaters are down to the last 2 batters here. Sharp's 1 for 3. Ground ball up. So it's going to be a 1-out hit here. Willis up to the plate now. So if they're going to pinch hit for him. And they don't. That was so strange. And that's the ball game. The New York Giants come from behind to defeat the Boston Beaneaters 6-2. Let's take a look at the box score. McGinnity gets the win. He's 1-0. Willis the loss, 0-1. McGinnity is the MVP. Pitches a complete game. Allows 2 runs, just like Mathewson did. Let's see. McGinnity only allowed 6 hits, 9 innings pitched, complete game. 2 runs, 2 earned runs. A lot of homer inside the park job there. A little wild, 4 walks and 3 Ks. Pitch count 114. 78 strikes and 36 balls. Good ratio. Now has an ERA of 2. Game score of 66. So again, not quite as strong as Mathewson's, but pretty close. 66. Doubled up on the Boston pitcher. Willis was 8 innings pitched, allowed 10 hits, 6 runs, 6 earned runs, allowed a home run. That was a regular home run, not the inside the park job. Did walk 6 though. That's kind of wild. 1 K. And pitch count of 127. 80 strikes to 47 balls. And he has a 6.75 ERA currently. He again pitched a complete game. So as you can see, no relief pitching as of yet. 2 games into the season. So that's it here from the Polo Grounds in Manhattan. The New York Giants defeat the Boston Beaneaters by a score of 6-2 to go. So they start the season off at 2-0. The Beaneaters are now 0-2. So thank you for joining me. This is Eric from High Ground Gaming. God bless, and we'll see you in the next video.